Sixth grade. Sixth grade.
Dr. DeLuca was a strong leader this year. He didn't lead by the use of a loud voice or an authoritative position. He led by example. He always led us in stretches before and after practice. Anytime there was an optional workout, he did it. That includes putting on 20-pound sand vests and running with them. His stayed on the longest. And if there was one out there, he was the first one to put one on. At the end of practice, we'd be doing sprints on the track. We'd say, who wants to do one more? Who wants it? That was DeLuca. He also was very encouraging to all the other runners. And again, he was a great example for how a leader should lead and how a runner should run. He always gave his best. Team one clap.
All right, our other senior runner, William Miller, unfortunately was not able to run this year due to surgery, but he did show up to practices and meets with us. I think he even made a Saturday morning once or twice, didn't he? William, while he didn't run, provided us with plenty of deep thoughts and deeper laughs. We thank you for your participation. We thank you for your years of being in cross country. And that's all I have to say about that. Team one clap. Next up, Thomas Amundsen. Thomas, the engine that can. This man never stops. He just keeps going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. Thomas has been a positive team supporter. He's always quick to kind of find who isn't necessarily engaged in the rest of the group, and we'll talk to them. He also is, I don't know if you know this, but I consider you the bearer of the team flag. Wherever we go, Thomas says, do we need the flag? And I say, yeah, we should get the flag. And he gets it, plants it, and tears it down at the end of the day, and makes sure it gets back on the bus. So Thomas, thank you for that. Team one clap.
Jesse Dodd really doesn't need an introduction. He's been introduced several times tonight. At practice, you would witness Jesse being goofy, making others laugh, and causing a stir. On the bus, Jesse would get their heads bobbing with his music, and also covering their noses once in a while. He was always wanting to make others laugh and have a good time. But on course, this guy changed. He went from a goofy boy to a focused runner. You could see it in his eyes as he was gliding through the course. His intensity and effort was inspirational. We look forward to seeing improvements in Jesse that he will make in the off-season with his wrestling career about to take off this year. And we look forward to next year with him. Yeah, the laughs are fun, but this guy in the course, he's an animal. We appreciate that. Team one clap. Chandler's not here with us tonight, so we'll not speak on Chandler. Weston Fonts. Or Fance. How do they announce you? Fance, is it? Okay, so Weston Fance this. It's likely that Weston forgot we even had the banquet tonight. He did this to us once in a while, but thankful to his dedicated parents. His shoes showed up right before he ran. The one thing Weston didn't forget, though, was his dedication to this team. He made great improvements during the season. He went from being a tough runner to a serious threat. He went from, yeah, Weston's varsity and he's doing a good job, to holy crap, Weston is making this team a threat. And he's bringing guys along with him. Weston never took practice easy, and he always pushed himself to his breaking point. I was running the time, and he was right behind me. He wheezes like he's been smoking for 30 years. He's never 30 years old. And that's because he's literally giving it his all. He gets better every practice, and we look forward to him improving and continuing to get better for next year. Team one clap.
Easton Halverson. Towards the end of the season, Easton was making a serious push for a varsity spot. And the reason I want to bring that up and highlight that is because through that action, through that pushing, Easton makes the team better. If we have competition driving internally for team varsity spots, that is only going to result in a positive outcome for the team because everyone becomes better that way. And more important, when you have that kind of competition, it's easy for feelings to get hurt. But I think we all need to recognize, particularly with Easton, the personality that can handle that and say, you know what, I'm not running varsity today, but I'm going to push harder tomorrow because maybe I will become varsity. And even if I don't, my teammates are better. Easton, we coaches saw that, and we thank you for that. That's an important characteristic that we would like to foster in all of our runners. Easton always had a positive outlook, and the charisma of his rubbed off on teammates. In the midst of a game, during practice, whatever we were doing, I often would change the rules. Some runners have a hard time adjusting with the change of rules on the fly. Easton took those rules and ran with it. It's what now? All right, we're on, go. And he would do it and change, and everyone else would be saying, no, wait, I'm not sure, how does that work? And Easton was just playing. It was full on with you, Easton. Thank you for that. Thank you for the dedication. And it's always fun to throw a new wrinkle in the plans. Team one clap. Okay. Caleb O'Hare. Caleb ran some great races this year. He was solidly a number 2 or number 3 racer the entire season. That says a lot, because it's tough to maintain that level across the entire season. Caleb also had a competitive nature that showed up in games we played during practice, be it hockey or be it Quidditch, although he'll tell you he prefers hockey to Quidditch at any time. Always a focused runner and always a determined runner. Thank you, Caleb. Team one, clap. Okay, Clayton Schubach. Clayton is our team's vocal all for one and one for all runner. Clayton was always up for a challenging workout when explained how the workout was designed to benefit runners. He's not going to blindly follow you into the fray. He wants to know why you're going to do it and what it's going to do for you. But once you explain it, he's in. Let's go. My favorite comment from Clayton came, in fact, maybe my favorite comment from the entire season, was when we were preparing for the New Hampton race. A hilly course on a golf course, but quite hilly, similar to our course. And so we were practicing hills pretty intensely for the week preceding that. And after the race, Clayton came up and said, Coach, those hills were nothing. And I appreciated that. That meant a lot. So thank you, Clayton. Team one, clap.
Pass the ball, pass the ball, pass. That's Clayton every time I play a game. It's not even open. It's intensity. Carson Ward, quiet and confident. That's his game plan. Carson never complained and always pushed himself this season. Carson's big moment came at the end of the season during our state qualifying meeting. Carson was running at the rear of the varsity pack near the second mile. He passed by me and some other NFB supporters, and he was told that he needed to pick it up. He needed to go. They went up over a big hill, and they turned a corner, they came back down this hill, and lo and behold, he's leading this pack. Guys that he ran behind for most of the season, he decided at that moment he was going to step it up and go. And he led them. And the faster he went, the faster that team went. And he brought them with him. And that is a big moment. As a coach, to tell a runner who's giving it their all to give it more and to see that happen, that is amazing. This perfectly sums up Carson as a runner, as a teammate, and as a person. Next season will be a good one with Carson. We look forward to that. Team one clap. Adrian Wirtz. Where's he? Where's Adrian? There he is. We're in the code switcher. Adrian came out for cross country partway through the season. After his first practice, I remember saying, I should have stayed off for football. Adrian quickly realized how difficult cross country truly was, but that didn't stop him from coming. He made serious improvements in a short amount of time. He also added to the team dynamic with witty jokes and the ability to work with anyone. We're excited to see him continue and to improve. Hopefully coming out next year. Team one clap. I'm just going to keep going. Okay, this one gets pretty bad. Weller. Weller is well calculated, well timed, and a well conditioned runner. Throughout the season, he somehow became Weller calculated, timed, and conditioned. He was always improving and grew stronger every practice. He always wanted to know the plan, the pace, and the goal. Weller, like I said, is calculated. But as Coach Manley said, we like to throw wrinkles in things, and we like to mix it up. And man, you can see the wheels just turning. Okay, look at that, just a second, this, that. And we would say, go, run! And we saw that. We saw him get out of his comfort zone and grow and improve. And again, we are excited for next year because of kids like him. Team, one clap. Joel Grimes. Joel's another runner that came out kind of late, and we're looking to stay in shape, get moving, get things going. Joel's a big wrestler, and we're excited to have him with us. And wrestling and cross country are really similar. The fact that you train as a team, but you go out there on your own, and you have to make that decision in your mind how hard you're going to go. You have 3.1 miles to decide, I'm going to give up, or I'm going to push myself harder than the guy next to me. Same thing in wrestling. And I think Joel saw that correlation because we saw that intensity and we saw that improvement this year. The practices were physically and mentally challenging, and it didn't stop Joel. And also, it was encouraging for him to come out there because a lot of guys look up to Joel. And he is a natural leader in his group. And to see them running with him and him pushing people when he's just getting in the season as they've been running for a few weeks, that was awesome to see. I hope Joel continues with cross country, whether to stay in shape or to take it on competitively. One clap for Joel. Do you hate morning people? Those people that wake up at 6 a.m., bright-eyed, cheery, ready to go?
Yeah,
If so, if you hate morning people, you will love Seth. He had a really hard time with morning practices, but the practices he showed up to, it was awesome. You made it to one run, right? Yeah, okay, you made it to the one. 0? Okay, I was going to give him 1. But the ones he was there, he was ready to go. Seth, Soccer Seth, as we like to call him, he was one of those runners that you would say, go faster, he would nod, he would go. You'd say, bigger strides, his strides would improve. You'd say, go do this, he would do it. No question. Sometimes he would, say something back in this kind of Canadian accent that we don't quite understand how it got there. But he did it, and we loved it, and we really appreciate Seth on our team this year. Team, one clap. Oh, I got one. Ryan Drake, the man in the hat. The most intense part of the race is, for me, the beginning and the end. That last 200 meters, we do sprints and sprints and sprints because we want to be the toughest team at the finish. Ryan Craig is one of the toughest runners at the finish. Guys that he probably ran behind the entire race, watched fly past him at the finish. And he was one of those runners, some of them, they keep that same kind of look on their face at the finish. Ryan had that distorted, teeth gritting, his hair flying back, animalistic look to him. Yeah, there's growling involved too. That's just, I thought we were going to talk about that. But we're going to Intensity was the name of the game for this guy. And again, we look forward to improvement and seeing that next year. This off-season condition going into next year and seeing a stronger runner throughout the entire race, including that finish. One clap for Ryan. I got one more thing. Hunter Cross. Not only just a talented fisherman, those legs were made to run. This kid can move. It does the whole thing with a smile on his face. I thought he said something funny or was joking. No, he just has a smile on his face the whole time. Look at him getting agonized in pain and still smiling through it all. He made incredible improvements. Made it on the varsity quickly in the season. And Weston Fonz, I always told him, I want you to catch Weston for every race. Because Weston is always just right in front of him. And near the end, at the end there, he was giving Weston a run for his money. That wasn't because Weston was slowing down. Weston was going faster and faster. Ryan was just picking up that slack, and he was going with it. Oh, sorry. Hunter. Hans. This is my last one. Shout out to Bad Fishing. He has gear for something. YouTube, Bad Fishing. We love his intensity. We love his passion, and we want to keep seeing that grow. And also, these young guys, we're looking for leaders. We're looking for leaders in this team. We have some great ones, and they're going to be going on. We want these freshman sophomores to be, seeing this and going on, becoming great leaders of this team. One clap for
Peyton Halverson. Peyton began building his running career slowly improving race after race until he earned a varsity spot at Starmont, which he held for a while, for a few races, until he started experiencing a leg injury, or a leg issue, I should say, not an injury. You may know Peyton as a quiet, timid Halverson of the three. But we know Peyton as the squirrely, shenanigan-involved racer. It was a lot of fun watching this young man come out of his shell. We look forward to you racing even more next season, Peyton. Team, one clap.